Hey guys, welcome to my Sally makeup tutorial from Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my favorite Halloween movies, so I'm super excited to do this look. So if you want to see how to create this look, keep watching and enjoy. I'm starting off with covering everything in blue. This is a mixture of eyeshadow and foundation. This batch didn't work as good as my Genie tutorial, so it's kind of hit and miss when you mix it together. I didn't add any water to it this time, so it was smoother, but it seemed to crack a bit. Also, watch to make sure this doesn't stain your skin. Some eyeshadows can definitely stain. I contoured my face with Sugar Pill's After Party. The angle of this is a little low because I zoomed in a bit too much, but you can still see what I'm doing. With a silver eyeshadow, I highlighted my cheeks, cupid bow, and nose. Then back with the blue eyeshadow, I brought the contour up to my temples. With the same silver white shadow, I added it to the inner corners of my eyes, top and bottom. With After Party, I added it to the outer corner of my eye and blended it outwards into a smoky eye. To darken it up a bit, I added a navy blue shimmery shadow to the outer corners. To highlight the brow, I used the same silver shadow and added it with my fingers. And finally, to add just a bit more blue back, I added After Party over top of that navy. You couldn't see it because I suck at seeing if I'm out of frame, but I added NYX Jumbo Pencil and milk to the waterline. With an eyeliner pen, I lined my eyes and brought it out into a wing. You can go as big or as small as you'd like. With a dark grey eyeshadow, I filled in my brows. To finish off the eyes, I added mascara and false lashes. Time to add some stitches. I started off with Mayron's white with a small craft brush. I drew a line down my forehead and then added one on my cheek and then connected the two by adding a line down my eye. For the next stitch, I added a line coming out from either side of my mouth. Beside each line, I added a black line following the same path. With a bit of both colors on the brush, I blended the two colors together. I just sort of wheeled the brush back and forth until the line wasn't as harsh. Once the paints are dry, I used After Party to add some shadows to it. I started adding shading to where I thought the stitches would go, but I didn't exactly follow that when I actually added them. With black, I began the stitches. I added both straight stitches and cross stitches. To add some dimension to them, I went over them with white. Now it's time to add all of the little holes where the stitches go in. I'm doing this by adding little C's at the end of each stitch in black. I did this for every single stitch. On the chest, I'm adding more stitches. I use the exact same process. I first drew a circle around the base of my neck. Then a line down the middle of my chest. I then added all of the stitches and the highlights. Now let's move on to the lips. I used Limecrine's Red Velvet Velveteen. It's just getting all the blue off your lips first, because it did affect the color and took a few more coats to get it to a nice red. And that's it! You're done!